You ever had those days where you just don't feel like getting out of bed? You don't feel like functioning, dealing with things. You just want to lay around. Take a day for yourself, basically. And you'd be surprised. I mean, it's payday. I should be excited. It's a Friday. You should be looking forward to the weekend. But really, I'm not. I mean, I paid bills last night. Got looking at my finances. Payday is just another day for me. Paycheck I get today basically cover the bills I paid yesterday. But it's going to leave me a little bit. I'm going to survive. I'm more fortunate than most that I will have some extra money in my pocket to get me to the next payday, barring an emergency. You know, and that's the life of living paycheck to paycheck. And it seems it's been that way for the last nearly 15 years for me. I mean, there was a time, I would say money wasn't an issue, but, I didn't think about it as much. Once my divorce hit, life changed. I've been divorced nearly 13 years now, I believe. Uh, and after that, it was a struggle. Because there was two paychecks in my home for the longest, for as far as back as I can remember. But once I was on my own, you know, it was my responsibility, to take care. I had to have my own house, had my own bills, of course, child support, which comes with it. I mean, it's just part of the grind. Keeping groceries in the house, not just for me, but for the weekends, that the kids would come. And me and my daughter look back at some of those times, and she's like, "Dad, you remember that time I come over and all you had was corn and rice?" And it was. I had a can of corn, actually 2 cans of corn, and a bag of rice. That's all I had. My refrigerator was bare. Now I had a couple Cokes or Pepsis. I can't remember exactly what it was, for her, because she liked that kind of thing. For me, water, flavored water. I think I might even had a pitcher of tea. I'm sorry. It didn't take a lot from me. I worked a lot. I'd work my 8-hour shift, and then usually I'd sign up for 4 more. And then I'd work my 12 hours. I'd come home, scrounge up what I had, eat me a honey bun at break, at work, eat this, even stop at a friend's house. Sometimes they'd come and say, "Hey, we got this for, left over. You want to grab it?" Hey, I wasn't turning it down. I'd go home, eat that, get in the shower, I'd go to bed, lay down, watch TV, and start the grind all over again. But, I mean, what I'm speaking on today is basically, like I said, paying bills and not having really a lot of money, and feeling defeated all the time because you feel like you just barely get by. You work all this time. You spend this time away from home, away from friends, away from family, away from everything. And for what? I mean, it's to still struggle, I guess. I sometimes I search for the answers, and other times I just go about my day, and you'd never know. And I think a lot of us put on these faces, to hide the struggles that we're actually going through. And it's okay to struggle. And a lot of people struggle. A lot of people have it a lot worse than I do, and that's what I think. I look at that, And I try to be thankful for what I do have because there's a lot more, and I see them all the time that are a lot worse than I am. So I have to be thankful each and every day and remind myself that I'm able to go home. I do have a roof over my head. I've got lights. I've got water. I've got food in my fridge now. And a lot of people don't. But my whole life, like I said, my whole life been basically a struggle. Maybe some of it partly, where I'm partly to blame. And other times it's just reality, the life we're living in now. So I guess some of the things these struggles have taught me is simplicity. I don't need a whole lot to be satisfied. Me personally, I've lived in one bedroom, basically studio apartments. The bedroom, living room, kitchen was all tied in together. And I was content. I was happy. Rent was cheap. Lights were cheap. The actual landlord furnished the cable, Wi-Fi, so that was two less bills for me right there. Water was on a well, so it was free. I said I had a bed, a sofa, and a recliner, and a front porch with a rocket chair. Actually, I had two rocket chairs, and hey, life was pretty good. Must admit. Fiance now, I can't live that lifestyle because she wants this or whatever, but in my mind, if I had to, I could get by with just that. I can only sleep on one bed at a time. I can only sit on one couch, love seat, or in a recliner at one time. I don't need the extras. One bite at a time, that's all I need. I mean, life's really not that hard. And I try to teach my kids that. And I think, social media and kind of makes life more of a competition than it needs to be. And we're all guilty of it. I wouldn't say just my kids. I mean, as adults, we're the same way. To some extreme, we try to keep up with the Joneses when we should be just worrying about ourselves. But and I refer to life as kind of like a highway. One day you got everything set on cruise control. Going on the highway, life is great. Next thing you know, you're stuck in rush hour traffic. You're barely getting by. A little while down the line, traffic clears out, back to picking up speed a little bit. Things are getting better little by little. And you back up on the open highway, cruise control, then a flat tire. It's just the way it is. It's reality. I mean, it's not always going to be great. It's always going to be what you make of it, though. Like I said, if you're struggling or having a hard time, just remember there's others going through the same thing, or possibly a lot worse. Be glad in what you have. Be glad that we're given another day. And like I said, I look at it, and if it wasn't for my faith, the Lord sees me through a lot. Sees me through every day, actually. Wakes me up every day. And I need to be thankful for that I have one more day. My health is good. I'm able to work. I'm able to enjoy life. A lot of people aren't. you want to share your life, your reality just a little bit. I don't think you don't have to share everything. But if you're going through the same thing, leave a comment. Those people who are struggling need to see that they're not alone. I'm not alone. You're not alone. Drop me a comment. If you don't mind, like and subscribe. Share it to a friend. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video.